All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Denonu, one half of the Neo Digital Podcast, and I'm here with my co-host.
Jolly, what's up, y'all?
And with this video here, we're going to be watching Death Battle. This was requested by one of you guys here, and we're going to watch. How many we got? Three videos. And the first one we're going to be watching here is Zuko versus Shoto Totoroki. So that's a display button. And you have not seen these, correct?
I have not seen these.
Okay.
I know the characters, but I have not seen these.
Okay.
All those cool anime
I actually met the voice actor for the Shoto Totoroki.
Oh, you did?
You mean like you?
Yeah.
American or Japanese?
American.
Anime character.
Okay. That's what's up.
Like Prince Zuko,
He a cool dude.
the firebending hunter of the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
And Shoto Totoroki, the prodigal son of fire and ice from My Hero Academia.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right. So before they get into it, who you think gonna win?
Water.
If you know both the characters, which one you think got it?
The four elemental nations once coexisted
Honestly, I
peacefully,
think
and
that
everything changed.
Todoroki's gonna win. Only because he can also do
Fire went
ice.
and conquered basically the whole world.
and
100 years later, the equally powerful Master
Zuko
Fire Ozai
didn't do
continued
anything
activity.
with like
Many
his
believed
his
rule
elemental
would one
bending
day
where he
pass
changed
to
it.
either his daughter Azula or his son.
Not changed it, but
Zuko.
the transformation where you can do lightning.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, he never mastered
it.
Even though
He never
seemed
mastered it,
clearly
yeah.
favored.
Well, he did master the
Zuko
fire
got
form, but he
screwed
never
over
mastered
from the
enough to
beginning.
where he can turn
You
it into
imagine your
lightning.
dad saying that while your sister was born
The
lucky,
release.
you were just lucky to be born.
I can't imagine my dad saying anything to me.
Oh. Right. Well, despite this, Zuko
Oh.
was desperate to prove himself. What a fine work ethic.
But he screwed up by talking out of turn in a big boy meeting. So naturally, his dad took him aside, sat him down, and taught him the importance of respecting others. Oh wait,
Age
just kidding.
91.
He burned his friggin' face off.
That was a healthy 91.
Holy shit!
With his new scar came
Wait,
a
his
new
dad was
mission.
91?
Zuko would hunt down
I'm
the
guessing if
elusive
that's what it said.
Avatar, the one
They
threat
ain't talking about
to
Zuko.
to prove himself to his father and regain his honor.
Which is just a nice way of saying he was banished so he could never come back. Just
Oh,
like
he was
my
he
dad
was
did.
91.
Though, frankly,
Like
Zuko
current
did have the
age,
talent and
but in
training
this
he
he's
needed to
16.
capture someone even as powerful as the Avatar.
Damn
Oh, you mean
right.
91
He's
is his
a fighting
oldest.
pro.
I guess you
The
said.
Yeah.
dude's strong enough to shatter metal chains with a kick. He's super
Ooh.
skilled with martial arts, dual swords, and oh yeah, firebending.
As a firebender,
Man,
Zuko
watching all this
harnesses the light
Avatar
of the
stuff, that's
sun
what
to
I
summon flames
missed
from thin
when I
air.
watched, like,
Whenever
the
fire
movie
remains
that,
alight
like,
in
when
an
we
area
watched it
that's
and
not too
stuff.
cold,
Like,
he
all
can
the martial
manipulate
arts and the
flames
posing and all that
to
stuff.
his
That's what made
will.
Avatar
I
hot.
mean, if I had to pick between swirling water around, tossing a few rocks, or
I
farting
forgot that
hot
he
air
can
all
break
the time,
chains with his
I would
feet.
definitely go with firebending. It literally means you're a living flamethrower.
Plus, it's surprisingly versatile. Aside from simply creating, launching, and moving flames, firebending
Oh, he
can
got
be used to heat
whips.
objects, melt through ice prisons, and even defy gravity.
Is that guy flying? With
Oh,
fire?
I
Awesome.
forgot
How
all
does
of
that
this.
even work?
But Zuko
Every action
Zuko never
has
did that
equal and
though.
opposite reaction. Newton's third law. By
Yeah,
creating
they're
a
probably
rapid series
gonna
of
say
explosions an inch or so
that,
away
okay,
from
by
the
him
palm, the
being a
air in between
firebender,
the
he
hand
could do
and
that.
Fire is launched toward
Yeah.
the user, thereby creating propulsion.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
He did it
firebending
there.
isn't just
Never
about
mind.
There you go.
creating fire. It's about creating a bunch of it. So Zuko can make large, long-lasting walls of flame to protect himself and keep enemies at a distance. That stuff's hot, you know.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
fire.
you know what?
You know, I've actually rigged up my
Todoroki.
arm to replicate the technique of firebending. Dummy, if you'd please.
Another test. How thrilling.
Now, this
Oh.
isn't as simple as just pointing and shooting. Firebenders fuel their flames with their own breath. And using it at all requires a fierce understanding of martial arts.
What are you trying to do, the Macarena?
Zuko's favorite form, the dancing dragon, draws primarily from northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
That's a Chinese martial art that's all about agility, wide stances, and aggressive attacks. A perfect mix of speed and strength.
Like this. Whoa!
Wiz, why?
Ha ha ha.
Anyway, the fire that benders like Zuko can generate is extremely hot,
Cheesy
capable of
jokes.
melting through a cast iron door hot. This would need to be over 1200 degrees Celsius.
Oh damn,
While
dog.
Zuko's comet was boosting his powers, Zuko's uncle Iroh blasted apart the giant outer wall of Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Until Iroh comes a-knockin'. I mean, that's like the thickest wall I've ever seen. Second only to the emotional walls between me and my dad.
Even without so which only appears once every 100 years, Zuko has more than enough firepower to level a building. That's no laughing matter for any person or building.
He's even quick enough to catch lightning and use his fire powers to redirect it wherever he wants it to go. Kapow! Suck it, Dad!
Yeah, he can
Wait,
redirect
did
it, but he
just shoot his
can't
dad with
make it.
Can't make it.
Zuko's quest for the Avatar led him down a different path than he expected. Inspired by his kind uncle and the Avatar himself.
You mean the
he
greatest
joined
character
heroes
of the
on a new
show?
journey, one
Right?
of self-discovery.
Yeah, turns out he didn't need his dad's approval after all.
I don't know, man.
He just
Seeing
needed
this-
to approve himself. Now that
You don't know how Todoroki can win?
Zuko's definitely had a
Yeah.
redemption arc, and now that he's
Yeah.
a fire daddy,
Even
Lord,
with the ice.
Fire Lord, his honor keeps burning brighter.
you
I
crushing
don't
on
say.
Zuko.
What? No.
We'll see what Todoroki's capable
Yeah,
of.
you are. It's okay, Wiz. Everybody does.
Oh man, Mage, man, she was hot. I like
Yes,
her.
she was. I always like the other one, the gymnast one, better, but that's the man in me.
Is natural,
I like how
where more
goofy
than
she
80%
was.
of the population
I don't know.
possesses
May
superhuman
seemed like she was
abilities
like
known as
that.
quirks.
I'm gonna be down
Because
for
everyone
you
loves
type
to
chick.
game a system, there's
The
a
gymnast is like,
superhero
I'm down for
leaderboard,
whatever.
and
It's like-
at the very top of it stands the ultimate hero, All Might.
All Might's feats and reputation were incredible, a true symbol of peace for everyone. That is, everyone except the hero perpetually stuck.
Oh
at
man, I
rank
love My Hero
number
Academia.
That's Endeavor,
Same,
and he
dude.
vowed to surpass All Might.
Like usually
but
All
his
Might's one of
level
those characters that I
firepower
hate
was just
in
never
anime,
enough.
but it's
But he
like
couldn't
he
do it
kills it.
himself.
Like as soon as I
He
seen him,
would
and seen that,
through
I was
his
like,
own
you know
hair.
what? I
Thus,
fucked with him.
he
He's my
made the
favorite
desperate
character in the whole
decision to
show,
arrange
man,
a quirk marriage.
because of how
Basically,
cheesy he
he
is.
paid a family off to
Same.
get a wife with an ice quirk and popped out kids until he got the right quirk combo. Gross.
Yeah, that was messed
Like I
up.
need a
Yeah, it
shower.
was.
After 4 attempts, they finally spawned the child he was looking for, Shoto Totoroki.
Half cold, half hot. Literally, right side's ice like his mom, and left side's fire like his dad.
Endeavor quickly separated young Todoroki from his supposedly lesser siblings, ruthlessly training him to become the most powerful hero in history.
Surprise! Things didn't go so well. He drove Shoto's mom totally insane until she broke.
Pouring boiling water on her son's left side, because it reminded her too much of him.
Okay.
That's messed up.
This is getting super heavy for a colorful cartoon about superpowers and frog people.
Fortunately, Todoroki never truly fell for his father's disgusting manipulation. He attended UA High School, a hero academy, and worked to use his power for good.
But just his mom's power. Why use fire when you can stick it to the
Shoot,
man?
if you have either
The man
one, you
being,
good.
Big scary fire dad over there. Anyone else notice his facial hair is made of fire?
See
How's
that's
work?
why like
From his
I feel
right
like he
side,
can't win
Todoroki can summon intense bouts of
because
cold,
only in the
freezing air, or
because
even
I've only seen the
creating
first
massive
season. I didn't
glaciers
watch the
of ice.
second season
Talk
yet.
about
Or
overkill.
How many seasons they got? Third? 3?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't watch the third season. He just like started using his fire on the other season,
Mhm.
on the second
Create
season.
sheets of ice to slide on or propel himself
Yeah, 'cause he
forward
didn't
as if
start using
riding
it
a
until
Huey. While
that
he
tournament
can
fight
manipulate
that
the
they
ice
that they
after
shown.
he's launched it, he has extremely precise control over its initial release. He can even freeze opponents so thoroughly that they are frozen both inside and out, effortlessly
that's the
causing
thing.
necrosis and shattering body parts.
He has to touch him.
So dark.
Mhm.
It's chilling. Talk about having a cold shoulder.
But Todoroki has a problem. While he is highly resistant to cold, he's not immune.
Here I am. Guess I'll die.
Oh, I won't be needing you this time, dummy.
Genuine joy.
Casting too much ice from his right side will cause his body temperature to drop until he falls unconscious, potentially even suffering frostbite.
I mean, it takes freezing an entire building
Yeah.
before side effects even start to show up. So it's not all. Why'd you even make the stupid robot?
That's why Endeavor chose to mix ice with fire. See, he had the same problem with his own fire quirk. But with cold and hot combined, they could counter each other's weaknesses.
Thankfully, Shoto met a friend who helped show him that his fire wasn't his father's, it was his own. You tell him, Deku. Finally, the full power of Icy Hot was unleashed. You think I'm back? Just
Oh, I love
Arch
that episode.
carrying the show.
While he's much less proficient with fire
Forgot
given his
about
lack of
that.
experience with it, this half of his quirk is identical to Endeavor's. His fire is hot enough to melt Tetsu Tetsu, whose body can turn to steel, which means it can reach temperatures over 1600 degrees.
He can blast fire like a raging inferno, form walls of flame to block off areas, and use his evil dad's signature technique, flash fire.
Flash fire is a method of compressing flame under super hot temperatures before releasing it in a single strike. Endeavor can also shape his fire, use it to cling to walls, and fly.
But even if he is a huge dick, Endeavor was kinda right. Fire and ice combined put both quirks at their best. Shoto's one of the best in his class, taking hits from like Deku, fighting top-tier foes like Stain, and keeping up with classmates like Bakugo and Tokoyami, who can block Kaminari's electricity.
And while he's often criticized for relying too much on his quirk, Totoroki is incredibly smart and a quick thinker, reading and setting traps for his opponents in the blink of an eye.
And after all that craziness, he finally patched things up with his mom, and somehow even inspired his dad to try and be a better person. What a nice story. I wish he could inspire my
Okay,
dad,
I'm gonna say
too.
this.
Not Mama, though. She's already perfect.
He would win
Well on his way to becoming a
if he
successful
touched
hero,
Zuko.
Shoto Totoroki no longer fights in spite of his father, but for himself
Okay.
for the sake of others.
because Zuko can use his hands to do stuff, but he can't set his own body on fire.
Yeah.
All right,
So
the
so
matches
if
are
he
set.
touched
We've run
him,
the data through
he
all
would freeze him and
possibilities.
break his
But
limbs
first,
off.
let me tell you about Blue Chew.
This episode of
Because
We don't
Zuko's
need
great at
We don't need
yeah.
that.
Zuko's great at fighting, but he's not been shown to like set traps and things like that.
He's just highly skilled at martial arts and the punches and the kicks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A villain? You'll pay for that.
No, wait. I'm not the bad guy here. I mean, not anymore.
Your actions say
Wow, he
otherwise.
actually kind of sounds like him.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was the voice actor.
Like my father. I'll prove I'm better than both of you.
He's not acting in movies no time soon.
What's the matter? Melting under pressure?
Yeah, that's not him though.
He's just...
Like me.
They even got the both burnt sides of the face. All right. Sure wish they use a lot less mist. Oh. Oh. Bro, the cabbage guy.
I never intended to finish you with fire. You could obviously block
My
it,
cabbages.
but not this. It's over.
Nah, he can melt through that. You gotta touch him.
I don't care how much power you have. I know who I am. I will win!
Then I'll have
Yeah,
to go beyond.
of course. Because he can do both. Yup.
But I don't know. He can still get out of that. He ain't touched him yet.
I am the Fire Lord! I will win this for my honor!
Yeah.
There you go.
Yup.
Apologies.
Damn.
Okay, talk about cool as hell. That was epic.
Cool as hell.
breathing here. Both Totoroki and Zuko held solid advantages over the other. Zuko's martial arts, athleticism, and lightning-fast reflexes meant that if he could get close to Totoroki, he could likely end the fight pretty quick.
But Shoto's no slouch. The guy may be better at long range, but he's been in scraps before. Like with the super fast, super deadly hero killer Stain. And with all that ice popping up everywhere and his own super sliding and boosting skills, Shoto made it hard for Zuko to get close for long.
Plus, the speed difference wasn't all that drastic. Todoroki's fellow student Tokoyami's Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari's electricity after it had been fired. Quirks are not magic, and there are very few ways for electricity to travel through the air. Lightning is essentially an ionized path that electricity travels through. Kaminari's quirk must use the same method.
Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari, Bakugo dodged Dark Shadow, and Todoroki can match Bakugo in a fight. Bada bing, bada boom, that's lightning fast reflexes, baby.
While Zuko certainly had more control over fire, Todoroki could easily repel his firebending with his own flames, not to mention the clear difference in temperature. Zuko may be skilled with fire, but he's not immune to it, nor did he have any reliable counter for fast and massive ice attacks.
We don't even need to bust out the calculator for this one, Wiz. That stadium is circled by a 4-kilometer trek. That's huge.
That is a huge-ass ice thing.
The ice wall covered almost half of it in less than a second. Zuko didn't have that kind of power spread.
Yes, I know.
Oh, damn it! It happened to him with Katara.
Gigantic glaciers. Plus, firebending becomes much more difficult in cold temperatures. Sure, Zuko's melted through ice prisons before, but only ones where he could still move or at least breathe. Remember, firebending requires breath and movement. When Azula was trapped in an ice prison so compact she couldn't move or breathe, she was helpless.
But like, Shoto could just freeze over Zuko's insides anyway. No way he was surviving that.
Zuko might have been an admirable bender and adorable fan favorite, but Todoroki's overwhelming ice, versatile defense, and incredible power were just too much to handle.
Zuko,
see, I knew he would get frozen, but I didn't think it would be that way. Like I thought he would end up getting close to him, and then he would touch him. Yeah. He's like, you know, he would get in, talk his shit, you know, like, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm faster than you, blah, blah, blah. And he'll catch his hand or something like that, or catch the punch, grab onto him, and then just freeze him. But that was interesting. Yeah.
Look at you predicting the future.
I'm just looking at the information given to me, you know, but again, I didn't think that they would get him using that giant wall like that. I didn't even think of that. So yeah, that's something. But at the same time, the whole measuring quickness by proxy, I don't like that. That's a cop out to me. Yeah. It's like, we all know that writers are going to write anyway. Like, they're going to write a good fight no matter what they have to do in that fight. So saying that he's faster than lightning or just as fast as lightning because someone else was able to dodge lightning or capture lightning before it struck, even though it was thrown already, and then he's able to keep up with that person, that's really debatable. Yeah. It's like I need a little bit more solid evidence on that especially because you showed how fast Zuko was in his previous information, and it's like in his information. Totoro's Totoro?
Todoroki. Shoto's his first name, but yeah.
Yeah. In Todoroki's case, it doesn't show how fast he really is, other than saying he's able to keep up with.
He's comparable to other. They should have pulled a speed feat that he did. Let's say, like, if he fought the same person and then he just outclassed them in speed or something, that would be the way to do it. Yeah, but
because if you got to crunch numbers, if Zuko caught somebody caught somebody falling off of a cliff while flying towards them, he has to be moving so fast to catch that person. By saying that he was able to keep up with another character who was able to catch lightning doesn't really say much because of the context of the fight. Yeah. Where, like, how close were they? You know, how close was the other dude catching the lightning? How fast can a shadow actually move? You know, because a shadow can cast as fast as light does. So are you saying that he moves as fast as light or as fast as lightning? He would be blurred. It just doesn't. A lot of that stuff is like, you got to make it make sense. The ice prison thing, cool. That made sense because he does it in like a fraction of a second. Zuko can't move that fast, even if he can jump off a cliff, fly as fast as he can to catch somebody. He still can't dodge something that massive in that amount of time.
Yeah, so, and he can't stop himself from being frozen. Like, if he can heat up his body enough all the time to, let's say, to make it so okay, I can't be frozen, then it's like, okay, then he has a counter to it. But if he can't do that, then kind of stuck.
Exactly. I like this. This was dope.
Okay. Well, we got a couple more we're going to do for you guys, but they're going to be in separate videos here. So we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.